Chief Davies Ugbah, Ambassador of the Federal Republic of Nigeria to the Russian Federation since 2018. Diplomatic relations between our countries have existed for almost 60 years.
Good afternoon. Your Excellency, I'm happy to see you here in Moscow.
Very happy to be here too in Moscow.
The Republic of Nigeria is not the largest state on the African continent, but the population of Nigeria is bigger than the population of Russia. Your country has a great cultural and ethnic diversity. What nationalities live in Nigeria and how do they get along?
Oh, Nigeria is indeed a big country. We have a population of over 200 million and we have over 400 different languages. When you look at the 400 different languages, they collapsed into about 250 different nationalities or tribes, as you may. And that is the source of our own pride also, because it's a very diverse country and our diversity is what really drives us and motivates us to do the things that we do in Nigeria. So we get along very well, even though there are a few instances where there may be some inter-ethnic clashes, but that is normal for a country as diverse as Nigeria with different interests. We have lots of languages, like I said, over 400 different languages. And it's not just a variation in dialect, no. Totally different languages. And you have to learn the language to be able to speak it. So that's a source of pride for us, and we really, really appreciate the diversity of Nigeria.
And what religion do your residents adhere to?
We are a multi-ethnic, multi-religious country. We have lots and lots of religious sects, as you may in Nigeria. But the predominant religions in Nigeria are Christianity and Islam. So we do have a sizable number of Christians and a sizable number of Muslims in Nigeria. Almost half and half. But there are other types of religions also in Nigeria that do not really fit into Christianity or into Muslim or Islam. But that is also another source of pride for us.
Nigeria is the largest producer of oil and petroleum products, also cocoa and rubber. Who are the main buyers?
We have lots of buyers. Unfortunately, not from Russia.
Not from Russia?
Not from Russia, unfortunately. We do have lots and lots of buyers that patronize us. And we have some of our greatest trading partners are China, Belgium, the United States. These are countries that patronize us. We do have, as our mainstay of our economy, oil. But Nigeria is now gradually trying to diversify its economy away from oil to other areas, particularly in agriculture. But oil still constitutes the greatest part of our exports to other countries. We wish that the Russian Federation will also play a prominent role in patronizing Nigeria, either through exports or even imports of products. But so far, the level or the volume of trade between Russia and Nigeria is very low. And we want more from Russia than Russia is now offering.
So, and what more Nigeria does import from other countries?
We import grains, even though we're trying to slow down on grain imports from other countries. We import cars from other countries. We're trying to develop our own car industry. However, we do not have the raw materials to be able to do that effectively. So we import cars, we import grain, we import some even finished petroleum products into Nigeria. But these are some of the things that we import from other countries. And we are trying to become self-sufficient. We're trying to build the capacity within the country itself to be able to manufacture some of these items ourselves. We also import sugar, and we would like to reduce sugar importation in Nigeria.
So, and a little about culture. I know that Nigeria ranks second in the world in the number of films. You have a film industry called Nollywood. Yes. Can you tell us a little bit more about film industry in your country?
Yes. Nollywood, like we rightly pointed out, is the second largest film industry in the world, next to Hollywood. It's even bigger than Bollywood. We produce lots and lots of films. The revenue accruing to the film industry in Nigeria alone, in Naira terms, which is our national currency, is about 500 billion, which is about almost $600 million. And we produce movies on a daily basis in Nigeria through Nollywood. There is also Kannywood, which is part of Nollywood, but it specializes in the Hausa language. However, Nollywood is now breaking those barriers. It's becoming mainstream. The West, Hollywood, is now embracing Nollywood movies. In fact, when you go on certain flights around Africa, you will find Nollywood movies shown in planes. Some of the soap operas, the series of the series that they show on TV, some of them are Nollywood produced series, TV series in some African countries. So it is a big, big industry for us in Nigeria, and we are very proud of the evolution of Nollywood. In fact, Nollywood has also gained prominence through Netflix. So Netflix, collaborating with Nollywood, yes, has now been airing some Nigerian movies. There is one called Lionheart, which is a fantastic movie, and anyone and everyone should at least try and watch it. It gives you a little flavor of the Nigerian culture, the Nigerian family. Then there is also Big Daddy. That's also another production that Netflix has now embraced. So you have, these movies that are now getting prominence in the mainstream movie industry. Now, Nollywood is not the only entertainment that Nigeria exports. Nigerian music is also very, very vibrant, and it has now crossed barriers, cultural barriers, music barriers, that's now been accepted in the West. In fact, if you go to certain nightclubs in Los Angeles, in London, you can actually throw a party, enjoy a party, 24 hours just with Nigerian music. That is how powerful Nigerian music, is.
Before our interview, I feel the power of Nigerian music. So, and about films, maybe you have your favorite director?
I mentioned Lionheart. Lionheart was directed, written, scripted by Genevieve Naji, who is one of our prominent Nollywood stars. And she has done a phenomenal job of introducing Nollywood to the rest of the world. And I believe that, she has a long career ahead of her, a successful career, both as an actress and also as a producer, as a director. So I'm looking forward to a lot of things from her. Music-wise, you probably should also, when you go on YouTube, go ahead and access P-Squared, Davido. These are some of the Nigerian top musicians that are now making waves in the West also. If you go to some Russian nightclubs here, you'll also find some Nigerian music being played there. So we're very happy about the development in the entertainment industry and also in the film industry.
So it's great. And about sports, I've heard that football is very popular in your country. What team do you support?
Football is not only popular in my country, football is the life of my country. Once our national teams are playing, everything stops. Everything, literally everything stops. That is how passionate we are about football in Nigeria. The national team, the Super Eagles, has Mikhail Obi, who used to be the captain of the team. We had Ahmed Musa, now the captain of the team that used to play here in Moscow. We also have Brian Idowu, who plays for Lokomotiv in St. Petersburg. So we have these stars and young stars that are coming up. But the local teams that I support, Lobby Stars of Makurdi. I also support Mighty Jets of Jos. These are clubs within Nigeria. Enugu Rangers, another club in Nigeria. We have, a very, very healthy professional league in Nigeria. But these are my favorite teams in Nigeria. But we also have a very strong female national team, the Super Falcons. And I have some favorite players. On the female side, I have Francisca Odega as my favorite player. On the men's side, I have Alexi Wobi, who now plays for Everton in the Premier League, as my favorite star. And you've got lots and lots of young players that are coming up. So we are really happy about our football. We have not gotten to the point where we need to be in professional football yet, but we're getting there. I don't know if you remember in 2018, the FIFA World Cup in Russia. We held Argentina, powerhouse, to a spell-binding last-minute defeat of Nigeria. We really have come of age in terms of football. So Nigeria is known for football, and we wish to develop football some more. We're attracting young talent into our football.
Your country is very beautiful. You have too many tropical forests. You have waterfalls. You have everything that tourists. How well the tourism industry is developed in your country?
We would like tourism to be at a higher level than it is now in Nigeria because of the beauty of Nigeria. Unfortunately, tourism is still underdeveloped in Nigeria compared to Kenya, compared to Tanzania, compared to even South Africa. We would like tourism to be at a higher level. However, just like you said, we have beautiful weather, we have forests, we have waterfalls, we have some other festivals that we organize that are yearly festivals that people can actually tune into. If you know the schedule, you can plan your trip. We have beautiful beaches. We also have beautiful hotels in Abuja, in Ibadan, in Lagos. Lagos is the business capital of Nigeria. It used to be the capital of the country, but now we've shifted to Abuja. So you have these places, but the one place that all tourists would like to visit when they go to Nigeria is a place called Obudu Cattle Ranch. And that is on a mountain. And you take a gondola up to the mountain to look at the beautiful sights. It's a fantastic tourist area. If you go to Bar Beach in Lagos, you will have also that experience of staying on the beach. You go to Banana Island in Lagos, you will also have that experience of actually experiencing Nigerian beaches. So Nigeria has a lot to offer the tourists. So we have to develop the tourism industry. We're in the process of doing that as we develop the country overall.
So maybe you have some program to attract tourists?
We have some people who are organizing tours, even from Russia here into Nigeria. And we have some Nigerian companies that are also organizing tours into Nigeria from other countries and organizing from Nigerians to go to other countries. So we have those businesses that actually exist. The thing is now for us to publicize it more, to get the Russian companies involved, get the Russian companies interested in actually promoting and doing that kind of business. That there's a lot of potential in Nigeria in terms of tourism and what Russians can see in Nigeria.
One of your main aims is industrialization. It's true, yeah? So when it's written down in the document called Vision 2020. Tell us more about this document. What is this?
Yeah, Vision 2020 is an all-embracing document that is supposed to chart the course for us as we move forward with our industrialization. And it is focused on developing the human capital in various aspects. We want to industrialize. We want to develop the human capital because we believe that human capital is what will propel us to the next level. So Vision 2020 focuses on promoting those ideals. We want to start from basic education also. We have a timeline in terms of tracking the development of pupils or children literally from day one. But over 9 or so years of that development cycle, so they can develop their own potential. We also have some aspects of developing our infrastructure that is also reflected in the Vision 2020. But now 2020 is here. Yeah. And but we do have other plans that we want to use in industrializing Nigeria. Nigeria is an emerging economy. And as an emerging economy, there are so many things that we have left undone for one reason or another. We have infrastructure, for instance, that we still need to develop. We have an infrastructure deficit in Nigeria right now because of the size of the country, because of the need of the country that we're trying to fill. And I think that these are the areas where we need foreign participation, particularly the Russian Federation, because of the capacity we see on the ground here in Russia, for them to participate in developing our infrastructure. So Vision 2020 simply is one of those policy documents that will allow us to take our economy from this level to the next level.
What is the Republic of Nigeria proud of the most?
We are proud of our heritage. We are proud of our diversity. We are proud of our weather. We are proud of our people. Nigerians are very hospitable people. Nigerians are very welcoming people. Nigerians once were described as the happiest people on earth. Reason, because when a Nigerian is suffering, he or she will never let you know. He or she will open his or her doors to you and welcome strangers with open arms. That is the hospitality of Nigerians. And Nigerians are always dancing. When you encounter a Nigerian, you can see from the facial expression, you can see from the body language that this person is not encumbered by anything, not by adversity, not by anything negative happening to the person. We are just a happy set of people, and we project that each time we meet people. So when you go to Nigeria, you will discover that Nigerians are very hospitable people. Nigerians are very welcoming people, and that is what we are proud of as Nigeria. Remember that Nigeria is the giant of Africa. Nigeria is the giant of Africa. We're the most populous country on the continent of Africa. We have the biggest economy, and we have the biggest potential for partnerships in business on the African continent. That's what Nigeria is proud of. Even though we're not there yet, we are moving gradually and steadily towards achieving our desired goal, which is to become an industrialized, developed country.
Your speech was so touchable. Thank you for all. Thank you, Your Excellency.
Thank you very much. I'm delighted to be here, and I'm delighted to have participated in this interview. I hope that the Russian will know more about Nigeria. And anytime I'm willing to talk about Nigeria, and I speak about Nigeria with passion because it's a country I love very much. And I hope that the Russians will also love Nigeria once they get to experience Nigeria.